Welcome to Star Finance and Services. Direct selling agents, DSAs, are intermediaries who facilitate the distribution of financial products, including loans, on behalf of financial institutions such as banks and non-banking financial companies, NBFCs. The requirement for DSAs to have Nbfc registration or authorization to provide lending services depends on the regulatory framework of the country in which they operate. I will explain the general reasons behind this requirement. 1. Regulatory oversight. Financial services, including lending, are subject to regulatory oversight to protect consumers and maintain the stability of the financial system. Regulatory authorities, such as central banks and financial regulators, often require entities involved in lending activities to be registered or authorized to ensure that they adhere to certain standards and comply with applicable laws and regulations. 2. Consumer protection. Lending involves financial transactions that can significantly impact consumers' financial well-being. Regulatory authorities want to ensure that individuals or entities offering lending services meet certain criteria for transparency, fairness, and ethical practices. Registering or authorizing DSAs as Nbfcs can help ensure that they meet these criteria and provide loans in a responsible and customer-centric manner. 3. Risk management. Lending carries inherent financial risks, both for the lender and the borrower. Regulatory authorities may require DSAs to register as Nbfcs to assess their financial stability, risk management practices, and ability to handle potential defaults or financial disruptions. 4. Anti-money laundering, AML, and Know Your Customer, KYC, compliance. Financial transactions are also subject to anti-money laundering and customer identification regulations to prevent illicit activities. When DSAs are registered as Nbfcs, they are more likely to adhere to these regulations by implementing robust AML and KYC procedures. 5. Fair competition. Registration requirements ensure a level playing field in the financial services sector. Unregistered or unauthorized entities might engage in unfair practices or operate without meeting necessary standards, potentially harming customers and legitimate market players. 6. Accountability and transparency. Being registered as an Nbfc often requires DSAs to maintain proper documentation, financial records, and reporting mechanisms. This enhances accountability and transparency in their lending operations. 7. Market integrity. Registration requirements contribute to maintaining the integrity of the financial services market by ensuring that only qualified and credible entities can offer lending services. 8. Enforcement of regulations. If DSAs are registered as Nbfcs, regulatory authorities have legal grounds to enforce regulations, conduct inspections, and take appropriate actions in case of violations or non-compliance. It's important to note that the specific regulatory requirements and the need for Nbfc registration can vary from country to country. In some regions, DSAs may need to adhere to these regulations, while in others, the rules might be different. Any Anyone considering becoming a DSA or offering lending services should thoroughly research and understand the regulatory environment in their jurisdiction to ensure compliance with the applicable laws and regulations.